Hello everybody, welcome back to Hyrule Kings. This is day 50 of my Persona 5 day tracker. Today we're only really going to be able to do one thing today, as the day activity is taken up by the cleaning event. That means we will be starting Kasumi's social link. She is the Faith Persona Arcana, and that means she's also one of the new characters introduced in Royal. We are going to be collecting trash, having some nice interactions with the school, selected main protagonist, get a bit of, and have a fun interaction. This is a really nice scene. There's a few scenes like this, but don't take up a whole day slot, would have been a nice thing. There are a couple, but not a whole lot. It's nice to see everybody doing things without major plot stuff happening, and it's also a nice hint about characters who will be joining us later, like Haru. Hi Haru, we'll be very excited to see you in way later. And Maruki's fun. And after we collect a lot of trash, we meet up with Kasumi, hang out a little bit, finally properly introduce ourselves. She shows off some of her acrobatic skills. And with that, we will be starting her social link. Only the first 5 levels are active at this moment, which means only once we get to the 3rd semester will we be able to go any further, because it relies on us helping her get through some stuff on her own. I will not be revealing what those are, but we do that. We help her along, and we do some stuff around the house, like watching a movie, enjoying that, get some charm, and stuff like that. Basically, and also take care of the plant, as that is something we got to do. Everyone kind of does a similar thing to kind of just progress their social stats. So a lot of movies are being watched today. After a nice hard day of work, we got to enjoy ourselves. We are very happy with ourselves, and a bit of kindness there too. Mine as well. Well, also Lazy's going to be trying to increase his guts, so that's going to be happening. Thank you all for watching. Hello everybody, welcome back to Hyrule Kings. This is day 51 of my Persona 5 day tracker. Today we start off with Pro, going to Takemi to hang out with her. Happy Pride Month everybody, and as we see Pro help out Takemi get out of getting in trouble, we raise up her social link, head our way home, watch a movie, and then we go over to Knowable Joe, who also hangs out with Takemi and gets a different rank of her confidant. We got things to do, and we help her, help out this kid. She is a pretty good doctor, and she can easily do this. So, after we give her the motivation, we head off, and then work at the beef bowl shop. After we perfectly memorize all the orders, we meet with Yoshida and get paid. Then we go over to Kindly, who hangs out with Anne Takamaki. And it's his best girl, and we hang out, have our fun, and see how she is doing. We will increase her social link and head our way out. We also, work at the beef bowl shop, but today wasn't super busy, so we just get paid and move on. Then this is Gutsy Joe, who also hangs out with Anne. Slightly different rank, but looks pretty similar to the last one. But hey, might as well move things along. Very happy for him. And then we, do maid watch, so we can see Kawakami and see what her night job is. Gutsy does this because, might as well do it as early as possible, get it out of the way, as we don't get many night activities anyway. And then, happy, everyone's happy. We also get the classroom question correct. Very smart. Then we go to Charmer, who also hangs out with Anne. And, we are very proud of ourselves. Good job with that. He then hangs out with Yoshida at night. Well done, Charmer. And so, after we get our charm increase, we finally go over to Lazy, who decides to hang out in the palace. He needed to get day 1 done, and so after making his way to the door, we've made our way out. Sadly, not be able to do a lot this day, but Lazy is not complaining that much. But everyone else made a plan to get into the palace tomorrow. So, Lazy, groaning slightly, will go on and do that, which is a great day for him, as big things happen. This is what last time day 1 of Monorami's palace will be done. Good job, team. And after calming down Anne's worries, we head home and rest. Thank you all for watching. Hello everybody, welcome back to Hyrule Kings. This is day 52 of my Persona 5 day tracker. Today we're starting off with Bro hanging out with Ryuji. As there is no palace stuff happening just yet, we're still in the Monorami Palace arc, so we don't got much to do for most of the other characters. So we progress Yuji's social link, and then we watch a movie. And then Noble also hangs out with Ryuji, because, you know, gotta get that rank 7 bonus, because that's really good to have. I really do not want to play the game without it. So, we will progress our way to go get it. Good job, team. And then we hang out with Yoshida. Very proud. You know, he's very easy. He only appears in a couple days, so might as well get him out of the way. And then we go to Kindly, who goes work at the shop. And then does a trial by Burger. Gutsy does a trial by Burger, so yeah, we do that. And then we go to Charmer, who hangs out with Anne. And, you know, gets that done. Raising kindness helps out us a lot, and so, you know, might as well get that done when we don't got much else to do. And then we go over to see Ren hang out with Yoshida as well. You know, Yoshida, like I said, only appears every once in a while, so might as well give him done when you can. And we finally go to Lazy, who does Monorami Palace Day 2. This will be the last day you can do this, and so we get it done. With Anne's help, we open the door in the real world, get inside, fight a boss, and, you know, see what Monorami's doing. You know, last time we're doing this, and so we learned for the last time that Monorami's stealing his pupil's art to sell for fake copies. We force open the door, and then we bring Yusuke into the palace. This means that he knows what Monorami is doing, he just gets disgusted, and then we run into the shadow. This means Yusuke will be unlocking his persona. After, you know, realizing this whole place is real. Yusuke will be replacing Morgana on the team, as his strong ice magic and all that kind of stuff is really helpful. So, we bring him onto the team, beat the boss, and, you know, make our way out of here. Good job, Yusuke. Everyone's very proud of you. We then escape the palace. Basically recruit him to the Phantom Thieves, as, you know, we're almost done with the palace. And then we head home and rest. Thank you for watching. Hello everybody, welcome back to Hyrule Kings. This is day 53 of my Persona 5 day tracker. Today we started with Pro Joe deciding to work at 777. Wanted to increase his charm a little bit, and so he goes ahead and does that. Then goes read a book and get a bit of progress done on that. Then we go over to Noble, who does the Mementos quest. You know, getting that done, he also progresses Strength Confidant. You know, those bonuses are really nice and helps us a lot. I won't show you most of the fusion stuff, but I will show you when I get them. Then we do a lot of these little side quests. You know, these are really cool. Getting them done, get a nice reward. You know, I don't wish all of them had the ability to be talked down to. If you're smart, so you don't have to do these battles, but I get it. Only a couple, like this Morgana Cat one, can be done this way. So, we do that, and then we leave. And then we make some coffee. Good job. And, you know, we do that. And then we going over to, you know, Lazy, who does Monorami Palace day 3. This means he's gonna get the last 2 will seeds, finish the palace, and then, find his way to the treasure, figure out how to steal it, and, get all that stuff done. Good job, Lazy. We are very proud of you. Leading into one of the last days of Monterey's palace. So, we also do some strength stuff, because, Lazy finally got around to that. And so, we leave. He then goes to bed, and then we go to Gutsy, who, hangs out with Takemi, sees how she's doing. Good for her. We help this child because she is sick, and we get those points of guts and stuff like that. We progress. She does a great job. We get a little bit bullied by her, and everyone's happy. Good job, team. And then we go over to see what everyone else is doing. As Gutsy makes some coffee, good for him. Instead of doing it in a different order. Well, thank you all for watching. Hello everybody, welcome back to Hyrule Kings. This is day 54 of my Persona 5 day tracker. Today we started with Pro Joe going to hang out with Maruki. Maruki repairs every once in a while, so we will try and get those done as soon as possible. As we want to get his social link as high as possible. Because we need him to be like rank 10 before rank 9 before November to get the 3rd semester done. So we hang out with him, talk about our personal problems, and make our way home. He's a very nice guy, and we also do hang out with Mishima. Pleasure to have you here, buddy. And he's here. We talk about his girl problems. We don't help him out with that much because he is a lost cause, but hey, having a moon confidant helps out a decent bit, so we do that. And then we go to Noble, who works with Sojiro. He also hanged out with Maruki, getting that done. Sojiro kind of gets us a hint about Futaba. We help him get out of a trouble. And all that. Well, yeah. We hang out, we work, we get a bit of charm, and then we head out. Good job, him. Then we go to Gutsy, who, reads a book. Then we go to Gutsy, who also hangs out with Maruki. Maruki, because rank 5 is kind of a locked point for us for right now. So, we get some of the earlier ranks done as soon as possible. Rank 5 will be out 5 to 6. We'll be out 5, 6, and above. Will be unlocked later. So, we progress our way through. Get some nice snacks, raise our SP, our magic, and then we go over to Charmer, who also hangs out with Maruki. We talk about cookies and social stuff. Progressing that along. Good job, team. And we, guess he has his own problems of being over aggressive and all that kind of stuff. So with Maruki's help, he hopes he can calm down. He gets some extra SP. We head home, and then, we clean LeBlanc's to help out a little bit. And then we go over to Lazy, who decides to send out the calling card today. That means starting tomorrow, we will be finishing Montereme's palace and defeating Master Montereme. Thank you all for watching. Hello everybody, welcome back to Hyrule Kings. This is day 55 from my Persona 5 day tracker. Today we start off with getting a classroom question correct. We do this because we are really good at our job. We also hang out with Ann Takamaki. Pro does this because he wants to increase his kindness, and might as well hang out with your teammates to get things progressing. So he does that. And then he goes home and makes some coffee. Progressing things along and being very happy with himself. Then we go to Noble Joe, who hangs out with, and for a little bit, and then hangs out with Yoshida. This is to increase his charm, help progress Yoshida, and because we wanted to get that social link started. Then we go to Kindly, who goes and does some memento stuff. He starts off with getting the sisters done, and then does some quests to, might as well get these done out of the way if you got nothing else to do that day. We usually do these on rainy days when also the social links are done, and then we read a book. Then go to Gutsy, who hangs out with Yoshida and works at the beef bowl shop, getting that all done. And then we head on over and see Lazy, who is finally finishing Madarame's palace. This is the last possible date you could finish this stuff. So after we expertly steal Madarame's treasure, we make our way to the courtyard, start the fight after we learn that what Madarame did to Yusuke's mom, and get really pissed. So, and actually there's some content about it, Madarame mentioning the Shadow Invader before the fight. But we get the treasure, Yusuke gets the real Sayuri, and he's very happy with himself. And then we head home, hang out with Morgana, helping him out. And then we head to bed, talk with Igor, getting that stuff all done. Because, you usually do that when you finish the palace. So we talk with Igor, get a bit more, get the full social link progressed. And, yeah, because it's an automatic one, these will happen every once in a while. We get into Rec 4. And then we go over to Ren, who hangs out with Anne, because he did his best girl for him. And so we go in, enjoy it, relax a little bit, enjoy some coffee, head home, and, read a book. This is the regressive social stats, as he's kind of fallen behind a little bit after we so much work with the palace stuff. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Well, thank you all for watching, and I hope you subscribe. Hello everybody, welcome back to Hyrule Kings. This is day 56 of my Persona 5 day tracker. Today we finally get done with the Madarame arc, as Madarame had his change of heart and decided to publicly apologize for stealing his pupil's art. Everyone sees this, and this gives it a massive boost of popularity as the Phantom Thieves. Everyone's very happy with themselves as we, are getting some progress after taking out a big popular guy. But he was kind of silly, so we don't get much about that. We also get a bit of a hint about the Sainijima stuff as we get noticed. And we also decide to hang out with Ryuji. Everyone does this as we decide to head to Kichiji and to go to the darts place. This is awesome, as darts is one of the best things to do. If you've got the time for it, doing some darts will be a nice way to boost up some friendship, get your technicals up, and increase your proficiency. This is going to be a nice activity site, and this whole town's a great activity site. And then we go to Pro, who hangs out with Yoshida. Get more charm, get things done. Sundays are usually Yoshida days, unless I had something else I wanted to do that day. So here he is. Hey buddy, great to see you. And then we head home after that. Very proud of our progress today. Then we go over to Noble, who decides to hang out with Mishima. Getting his social link done. It gets us a boost to our back row team members and makes us very happy. So we help Mishima out with his girl problems. Great to see you, buddy. Nice to have you. Thank you. Then after that, we head home and get some rest. Very busy day. Then we go to Kindly Joe, who also hangs out with Yoshida, to try and progress his social link, get things started, and get some charm in the process. He's very proud of himself, and we do that. Good job, Kindly. After we talk to him and convince him to teach us his ways, we start his social link and make our way out. Very proud of ourselves. Thank you, Yoshida. Then we go to Charmer, who also hangs out with Mishima. A lot of Mishima today, as, there's not much else we could do today, and most of the people have already completed Memento stuff, so might as well get Mishima done while you have it. As Mishima's storyline is, Mishima's storyline. But we progress him up. At home, very proud of ourselves, and I wish you all a good rest of your day. Thank you for watching.